Hello, it's Nikki. Welcome to part 3. I know you're thinking, oh my gosh, how long is this process? But I told you I would be giving an overview of all the things that are in my head. So welcome aboard to the journey inside my head. And I hope that it gets your cogs moving and your body and your mind and your soul waking up for 2022. The first thing I want to talk about today, and if you haven't listened to the other episodes, feel free to do so because all of this will make sense, but I'm just going to jump in for now. I am really craving in-person experiences. So I'm thinking about the theatre that I want to see, maybe the festivals that I want to go to, the gigs, the live musics, the live music, the art galleries, the wandering around London, sitting on a bench, maybe having a sandwich and people watching. That is really, really floating my boat at the moment. And I'm also craving that sense of going and traveling as well. So I really want to go abroad this year. My brother is having a second wedding. It's still to the same person, my lovely sister-in-law. But they got married last year and they were supposed to have a Spanish part to it. But unfortunately we couldn't travel. So that's happening this year. And to take my children away for a week holiday in the sun. I mean, I'm not quite sure what we're thinking, being all a bit pale and interesting, going to Spain in July, but we will work it out. Oscar is already talking about the late nights that he's going to have, and I'm already talking about the siestas that I'm going to have. But yeah, in person experiences. I want to leave my postcode, and I'm going to be tracking that and noticing it and really seeing where I get up to. Okay, next, friends and family. That's an extension of what I was saying also, but I really want to have those very normal moments where I sit in my dad's garden and we read the papers and have a cup of tea and a bit of a chat. Or I just want all of our family on the Raby side of the family. It's absolutely enormous. So I can't wait until I can just hang out in my auntie's or my uncle's gardens with all my cousins and just really experience that again. And likewise with friends, I want to go away for weekends with my girls. I want to see the various friends that I have around the world, across the country, and just have those lovely, lovely connected times. Do you know what? It just seems so simple now, but you really just, I guess we all took it for granted before, but yeah, that's what I'm craving. Okay, the next part is I really, and this sounds a bit indulgent, and you might kind of be questioning the wording here, and I am kind of as well, but it's the first thing that came to mind, and it sort of feels right. I want to bloom to the next level of my career. And the reason that I chose bloom is because I really do feel established. I feel really good about what I've created. I love it. I just am excited and interested to see what else there is within this same plant. And I'm ready for those unexpected little petals to open, or a bit of a branch to go off at a tangent and welcome something new, or have something exciting grow next to it. And I am really open to all of it. And for me, when I'm thinking about this, I think what's to come for me and for you, that sometimes we can't even articulate it or be able to fathom that is possible. And I think back to when I was planning my coaching and when I first started coaching, my goal was in the beginning was to help more people and make money. They were the sort of the two key parts. That I'd spent all this money on training and traveling to all the venues and all the books and all the time and the effort. So I really wanted to make that investment back. But it very much came from a place of going, gosh, this works. This is exciting. And I can't wait to help more people. And what's come from that, I couldn't have even envisaged, because at the time when I was training, 2011, 2012, social media was a thing, like people were on it, but it was still very much in the ambiguous Facebook status updates where people were like, I'm going to see a special somebody today. And people were like, oh, great, babe, let me know more. And that special somebody could be a pal, or it could be a friend with benefits. Who knows? Not that I would have probably been right. I was with Matt then anyway. I was with Matt. But maybe Matt would have been. Anyway, I'm going to stop there. But this sense, let's go back to blooming. Yeah, I'm interested in all of it and seeing what is to come. And the only thing that I am set upon doing is to be paying attention to what feels good, what I'm drawn to, what excites me, what I want to explore, what I want to develop further. So I'm not quite sure what this next level of my career is. It certainly isn't that coach speech of I want a TEDx, not TEDx. I always get them confused. I'm sorry. I want to 10x my income, or it's not those kind of clickbaity things, although maybe a TED Talk is on the horizon. Let's just see. Equally, I want to support people who are, and this makes me laugh because this has been me many, many times. I want to support those people that are having an affair with their future self, their dream life in the spare bedroom. And what I mean by this is very few of us wake up one day and go, right, I know what I'm doing. I know how I need to change, and all the plan, it's there and it's all sorted. Many of us need to stand back. We might need to have ugly cries. We might need to be researching in our lunch hour. We might be exploring and sensing and turning up the brightness on all of our senses to see what is next for us. And usually that's done really quietly. And that's done in a very, in a very unassuming way. Many of us will know that we want to make changes, but making changes requires another set of skills as well, such as bravery, courage, intuition, listening, setting boundaries, being brave to say yes, to say no, all of it. And I remember when I started to explore further in 2010, 2011, I used to take myself off to find new parts of my brain, new ways where I felt safe to explore what was next. And I really want to support those people because, especially at this time, many of us have almost been encouraged to put things on hold. Now, again, I'm being very sensitive in saying this, and you know your circumstances better than anyone, better than me. You know them. And so for you, as you're listening to this, you'd be like, Nikki, I can't even think about, just don't ask me. I don't have the headspace for anything else. Absolutely. I get that. I absolutely get that. So that affair in the spare bedroom, maybe for another time, another space, another season, another reason. Because I've been there as well. In some of my darkest times of my life, I couldn't be thinking about anything else. Sometimes it was just enough to put one foot in front of the other. But I want to help those people who are pricking up their ears and looking around and asking questions. That is what I want to hold space for in this podcast and beyond, and creating the plan and doing the thing. It really, you can't see me, but I've got a massive smile on my face. Oh, it just lights up my soul. Next, I want more ease and flow. So this year is going to be about building more systems for myself and investing in more team. Last year, I spent lots of my time doing things that were not my zone of genius. And I do believe quite often that you have to learn things, or you have to have a sense of things before you outsource them. Because unless you know what it is that you want, or you know the outcome, it's very difficult, therefore, to explain to somebody else what it is. It's very difficult to explain to somebody what it's like to go on an aeroplane if you've never been on an aeroplane yourself. So last year I felt was really about exploring those things, trying and testing, playing around with technology. And now I'm ready to go. Thank you very much. I'm going to hand that over to somebody. I don't need to be doing that anymore. So I guess I'm ready to scale. I'm really ready to step into the stuff that I really want to do and not do the other stuff. And again, that is a mindset shift, absolutely 100%, because I am somebody who is capable, who finds a way, who's determined, who gets the job done. You know, you can imagine my school report. I mean, probably talks too much was in there as well. But all those kind of reliable, capable, determined, astute, all of those words always used to come up for me. And I guess there's a part 2 to this, which is I have always been a solution-oriented person. And I guess this is what makes me a really good coach as well. I help my clients to find a way. That story that I've often mentioned about we're going on a bear hunt. We can't get through it. We can't get over it. So we've got to go round this way. I always have that intention of like, there must be a way. Come on, let's do it. What else haven't we explored? But sometimes that solution orientated focus and mindset works to my detriment. Sometimes it means that I'm like a dog with a bone. I keep going when I'm tired. I get burnt out, but I still feel I have to carry on. And so I'm really exploring what it's going to be like to give myself permission to not do all the things, or to know when to stop, or to be able to be comfortable in closing doors. Juicy. What comes up for you in that? If anything does right now, take a moment, grab your piece of paper and a pen, because that's a really, really juicy one. The next thing I want to do is I want to do some more acting projects to get into really challenging myself. So even though people might describe me, you know, when I'm on podcasts or if I'm introduced as a speaker, one of the words I guess that people will always use is like, oh, she's lovely. And I love that. Absolutely. I will take that. It's much better than being called an arse face or something. But as an actor, I really enjoy much deeper, meatier roles. So I, for example, at drama school got cast as a murderer. And it was quite the stretch, let's just say that. But for me, getting into the psychological space of exploring a character like that and being able to find some kind of truth in that, or, you know, sometimes I'll play a girl sliding down a bridge in full floods of tears, or I was in this film once where I was kind of piecing together. I was like, basically a bit of a scally, but but talking to the cops, but working for the other side. Those sorts of roles really, really interest me. So I've done lots of acting over the last couple of years in various commercials, but I'm like, okay, what else is there? One more thing before I close off today is I want to speak more on different stages to different audiences, and I want to help more people, and I really want to help people get in touch with what they want next. And to do that in a way that I know that I can, where I can connect with people with real life stories or analogies and help people go deeper and broader and wider, and not just do the fluff, the self-development bullshit. Let's just say that it's that, where people on podcasts just say to each other, oh my God, you're amazing. No, you're amazing. Oh, wow, that really connected with me. We've all listened to podcast interviews like that, where people just go back and forth and they're not saying anything of substance. They're basically just, I don't know, tapping each other up, going, oh my gosh, you're amazing. No, you are. No, you are. I want to break down processes for people. I want to take people from where they are to where they want to get to. I want them to help find some kind of juiciness in the middle, where that is all very straightforward, where they know what to do next. In a time of a pandemic, sometimes clarity can be really hard. Making a decision when you're in anxiety is really, really difficult. So yeah, that's something that I want to do. Where next? Okay, I'm going to be back. I've got one final part, I think. I'll condense it into one final part, and that will be with you tomorrow. Where do you go next? You can go to my freebies page. And remember, this is about taking action. So I know, like, you might want to listen and take it in and go, oh yeah, I'll explore that later. But 2022 is actually about taking the information. It's not just about learning more and implementing it, trying it, getting involved. And I use this a lot as in terms of my acting, is that I'm never going to know what a script looks and feels like until I get off the chair and I start moving it. And so many people want to sit round in a circle, thinking it, going over it, reading it aloud, and you sometimes have to get up and move it. So if anything has resonated with you today, I urge you to do the 15-minute walk around the block. Take an idea, take a thought, and really allow yourself to process it and question what is next within this. What do you need to do? What's your next right action? And then what you can do is you can go and download a freebie, which is available on my website, nikkiraby.com/freebies. There's the goal setting workshop, which you might want to join. There's also Jam and Plan Live, which is Monday, the 10th of January. If you're looking for something where you go, I need something live, I need to be accountable, I need to actually do this, come and join that day. It's absolutely transformational. And again, you might have those hesitations of like, oh, I don't know if this is the right time. Jam and Plan Live was born in lockdown. It's purpose built for this time. This is not a program that was working 10 years ago. It's really, really current. So come and join that. And equally, if you want one-on-one support, just email me hello@nikkiraby.com, and you can share all the things that you're looking to do. Maybe you want that accountability. Maybe you want that support. Maybe you want another set of ideas. Maybe you want me to help you uncover your limiting beliefs. I'm here for all of it. So, as always, thank you so much for listening. Once again, I'm sending so much love. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.